Well, it's Thursday, April 23rd, 2020. And actually, the Senate approved $310 billion for the Small Business Administration for these PP loans that they ran out of money with after 2 weeks, just a week ago. So by next week sometime, or maybe the week after, if they don't move their butt, you're going to have a whole new bunch of money to apply for this stuff, because it went out to like a 1.6 million people the last time. And after 2 weeks, they spent it all. So there's some pent up demand, and there's a lot of stuff to be had. And a lot of people haven't figured it out. So that's why start figuring out now. Yeah. And here's where you get the applications to do this is really at the SBA. So if you Google SBA coronavirus relief options, and they're there. And actually the first two that you want to know is the PPP, that's a Paycheck Protection Program, and the EIDL, that's the emergency program for anybody, any kind of business, or even if you don't have a business, if you're an independent contractor or freelancer, stuff like that, you should be eligible. But you got to apply, and that's the thing. And it can be daunting going to government offices and can't get through. But here, I don't know if you know me, I have this Let's Go Help program that I educate people about programs like this. And just yesterday, now after like a month after they started applying, people that have applied that are members of my closed Facebook group, are getting feedback. Listen to this. Kenneth writes, I applied to the SBA for the EIDL grant. That's $10,000. No questions asked. I had to file 2, but finally got a representative on the phone just a few minutes ago. My application is in queue for a loan officer, so I just have to wait for the loan officer to contact me. Below $250,000, they are streaming the process to require less documentation. I was told that once you start communicating with the loan officer, you'll be directed to work to create a rapid access portal to complete the process. See, there's steps in this process. So you're not going to just, sign a document, get a check by Tuesday. You got to go through the bureaucracy. You just do whatever they say. You're not going to change it. So you do what the hell they say. This is a volume thing for the SBA, being overwhelmed with little guidance on how to do this process. However, listen to this. This is where he talks about me. To Matthew Lesko's continued message, work the phones. Talking to that person on the other end can make a difference. See, that's what I mean. You got to get away from this computer. It's good or whatever, but it has its limitations. The phone is a thing. He said, good luck to you in your quest for funding. Hopefully more news will follow soon. Now here's another one. Monique wrote, and this is just yesterday. Monique writes, yes, great news. I applied on March 30th. So this is her process. March 30th is now the 23rd. SBA pulled my credit on the 17th. So that means she had to wait almost 3 weeks before they pulled their credit. And yesterday we got our portion of the advance. Wow. I just got off the phone with a tier 2 customer service agent. And he too said it took out to look out for the email with an invitation to the portal. See, 2 weeks or so, and it's funny. And my bank is preparing an application for submission for my PPP application to the SBA as soon as the funding reopens. See, she's getting in line. She's getting ready to go. So when that money hits the SBA, they pull the trigger, and it goes. Oh, now here, Monique also says this. I applied for both, because I asked her, would she apply for both? Yeah, she applied for both. So she applied for these two, So if you go to the SBA, she applied for the PPP and the EIDL. So she didn't, not only did she have the PPP, she had the EIDL, whatever that means. Bad joke. Yes, I applied for both, not knowing which I would receive funding for. My PPP application is finally being reviewed by my bank and being prepared for submission when the next round of funds available. I have not had contact with the SBA loan officer regarding the EIDL, just received the grant. She didn't talk to anybody who got the grant. See, there's no single way to do this. I will wait to see the terms of the EIDL in order to determine if we need it or not. Either way, I learned a lot by going through the process. Matthew, she says, oh, no, that's not her. Okay, that's it. Here's another one. Joe, he writes, Matthew, I followed your directions for both PPP and EIDL. I have received the initial grant on the EIDL. See, this shit works. And just 4 hours ago, I signed all the closing documents to receive the full amount of the EIDL on their portal. Still working on the PPP. Also have followed your instruction on working with the SBDC. You got PPPs, SBDCs, all these alphabet soup, and have been getting great help in acquiring the SBA money. Thank you for what you do, Matthew. Does my heart good. That's why I want to get up. That people now know that this is real. It's going to be a pain in the ass. If you're not ready for a pain, maybe easy, may get lucky, who knows? But if you're not ready to be a pain in the ass and go through all the bureaucratic hurdles they're going to do, you got to play another game. But if you want free money, this is it. Now, to apply, one of the things I think of it is if you don't have a good bank relationship, start at the community banks. Okay, here's a website. You could find community banks. These are small banks, want to work with the community. They're not, Wall Street kind of banks, Chase and all this kind of nonsense where you have to be a fat cat to get attention. No, these people want the little guy. Okay, so if you go to icba.org and they have a thing there where you could how to put in your zip code and you find all the banks near you. Okay, so that's important. Also, there's non-banks that are doing this. Do you use PayPal? They're doing this. They'll help you do this too. Other things like Funding Circle. Okay, Forbes has an article that has all these non-banks that are doing these things. I think Square does it if you use that or whatever. So there's all these non-banks too. Here's the name of the article: Banks and FinTech. Financial services technology companies accepting Paycheck Protection Program applications for the new and the non-bank customers. Okay, so that's there. Now here's another thing. In the one, the people, the Let's Go Help member I told you about who use the SBDC, they're local. This is the group. This is how you find them. And they helped him get this money. And these are free. So you go Google, like, I need help getting the money from the bank. Some consultant's going to charge you $500 an hour or whatever the hell they think they could get. By the way, the banks are making a ton of dough. I just found out they made $10 billion on this. They only gave away, 300 and some billion dollars, and the banks made 10. So you go to Americas, AMERICAS, and then SBDC.org. You stay with the .org, not .com. Okay. Oh, I guess that's it. Okay. So get out there and try. I mean, that's the key. And even if you fail, you're learning the system. You learn bullshit that's out there. It's like there's bullshit to do anything in life. And you're not ready to put up with the bullshit. You got to find another thing to do. I mean, besides living, because that's what living is all about. That's right. The two ways to do it is that one, you really want to do this, then you put up with the bullshit, or you're having fun. So if you're having fun, then the bullshit becomes fun, right? Because you're having fun. So that's right. Be human when you talk to these people. Start having fun. I mean, they call you up and say you got money. And you say, "Oh my God, Mabel, did you hear that? We got the money." And just be human. Don't be professional. They're bored as hell doing what they're doing. So make their day. And if I could help you in any way, it's letsgo.com. And if you need free help, you don't want to pay me anything, fine. I got a free thing up there that teaches you about this too, particularly all the Corona information grants that are available. And that's at www.free.letsgo.com/Corona relief. Corona relief. Oh, when are we going to get relief? I'm going batshit in these walls.